Guys, hate to be the bad news bears, but I think that was top. And I'm going to show you why. First of all, let's look at where Bitcoin's at. Bitcoin just did this. We just hit this diagonal rising resistance line, broke through it, and then we retested the bottom, which means down. Now, with this alone, you can't make a decision as to how far it's going to go down. I mean, it could just zigzag here, consolidate, and just continue up. It could dip down to here, and then continue up. It could dip down to here, and then continue up. There's no telling how low it'll go, and then continue. So we have to zoom out. And when we do, well, we realize that that red line that we tested and then got rejected and then retested was part of this trend line, which is part of this rising channel. But it's not actually just a rising channel, is it now? If we finish drawing it, it becomes a rising, Gartley, which is one of these things, and it's bearish. Now, obviously, this thing could turn into a bear, a bat, or whatever it's called, and this D point could keep going up and up and up, but that's not likely to happen right now. Why? Because, well, again, we need to zoom out further. Okay, so we're zooming out farther now. Now, do you see the reason why we're unlikely to continue up any higher than this? I'll show you. Ta-da, now we've got a bearish ABCD. That's not good. But don't these things have like a couple different targets where they could fall just down to here and then go back up, or they could fall down to just under this point, under the belly button, and come down to right about here, maybe the 382 fib line. Couldn't it? No, well, my noggin is in the way here. My noggin moves up. Couldn't it fall to right around here somewhere and then just bounce back up? It could, and it might. It might actually do that. But do we have a better, more accurate target? Let's zoom out even farther to find the answer to that. Now, well, if we zoom out even farther, we see that Bitcoin is, if we do dump from here, which I think we will, and go toward the belly button of this ABCD pattern, this pink ABCD pattern right here, we're going to be right back inside this big triangle. And that's not a good place to be, because this triangle is a bearish right triangle. And bearish right triangles tend to go, I think the worst case scenario, where are my arrows when I need them? To about here, right? This thing could go from here down to about here before reversing. And where is about here is $22,000. 22 here, let me mark that. We could do this. We could do this from here. This would give you a good Kodak moment. I don't know if any of you remember what Kodak is. But here. It's weird that it's not focusing very well. Here, move my noggin. And this is why it's urgent, because I put this on Twitter under OTC_Bitcoin. This is called a cornucopia geometric. Linear algebra people and calculus people have a different name for this shape, but here it is. Here's the actual shape. If you want to get all technical. Oops, that's that. Here, this is the shape. This is what this shape looks like. Whenever you see this shape, it goes the opposite direction. So here it is. This is the S&P 500, and we have this shape. We have this cornucopia, and it's losing power. The way you know it loses power is because it's, well, losing power. It's getting broader. It's parabolically losing power, which is why I have this red arrow going down. This gray area is the gap. When we go return into a gap, that's not a good thing. But this particular setup, let me show you, move my head again. This particular setup is actually an official Head and Shoulders on the S&P 500. There we go. Now you can see it with the neckline, the purple neckline. This is what we should probably do. Now, if this changes and we don't do any of this, I'll tell you on Twitter, OTC_Bitcoin. Let's get rich together.